My next point of discussion. Last session I'm discussing about your method of section, and I solved one or two problem on your method of section. So next point is concept or identification of zero force member. So this is very important concept. So you all kept this concept in your mind, because from this concept in your GATE examination many problem will be framed. So keep patience for this topic. So this is how they identify by general visualization that how a member is a zero force member for a trust. So uh, we have various point. So you keep this point in your mind. So first point is just first point. Observe this point. So if at any joint three members are meeting, so you have kept to in mind that if at any joint, so if at any joint three members are meeting, so writing here, if at any joint, if at any joint, any joint, three members are meeting, any joint, three members are meeting. At any joint, three members are meeting. Out of three members, if at any member, three members are meeting, and out of these three members, if two are collinear, so if two are collinear, two are collinear, then two are collinear, two are collinear, and no external force and support reaction are present at that joint, then the third non-collinear member will carry zero force. So you keep in mind that if at any joint three members are meeting, if two are collinear and no external force, and also no external force, no external force, no external force, external force, no external force and support reaction, external force, external force and support reactions are present at that joint, and support reactions are present at that joint, support reactions support reactions are present at that joint, are present at that joint, present at that joint, at that joint, at that joint, then the third non-collinear member will carry zero forces. At that joint, then the third non-collinear member, then the third non-collinear member, then the third, then the third non-collinear member will carry zero forces. Non-collinear collinear, third non-collinear member will carry zero forces. Member will carry will carry zero force, carry zero forces. So first point is, if at any joint three members are meeting and two are collinear and no external force and support reaction are present at that joint, then the third non-collinear will carry zero forces. So you kept this point in mind, that just draw a truss, a member of a truss. So here, this is our one member. So here, this is our one member. Next, what we do? This is the junction point. So this is the junction point for one member. So this is the junction point for your one member. Next, I have another member. So I just draw another member by this diagram. So this is your another member. So this is your another member. Next, we have also another member. So here I just draw our another member. So this is another member. So here you see from a particular joint. So this is a joint here. So just focusing here. That is your joint. So this is your joint. Basically, this is your joint. So at this joint, your three members are meeting. So if you see here, this is your joint. This is your joint. And at particular this joint, three members are meeting. This joint. So at this joint, your three members are meeting. Out of three members, two are collinear. So basically, two members are collinear. That means that lies in a single line with opposite direction. So if you see your these two members, so here this is your another member, this is your another member, and this is your another member. So this is your member number one, this is your member number two, this is your member number three. So out of these three members, your two members are collinear. So basically this member and your this member are collinear. Because these two members are collinear means these are lies in a single line. So if you see from here to here, it is a straight line, and on this straight line these two members are lies. So this lies on a straight line with opposite direction. So one half. So basically your one member going left, one member going right. So here your three members are meeting. Out of two are not collinear And here, if you see at this particular joint, no any support reaction or no any external forces are present. So basically, if no any external forces and no any support reaction are present, then you mark zero force in this member. So basically, this member is your zero force member. So here, this member is your zero force member. So this member is your zero force member. So this is your zero force member. Force members. This is your zero force member. Next, what we do? So at joint, you see no any external force support action are present. So the third non-collinear member will carry zero force. So you kept in mind that if at any joint three members are meeting, out of three members, if two are collinear and no external force and support reaction are present at that joint, then the third non-collinear member will carry zero forces. Here I draw three members, and all the three members are meeting at a particular joint. Out of the three members, two members are collinear. Collinear means that they lie in a single line with opposite direction. So at particular joint, also no any external force and support traction are present. So the third non-collinear member will carry zero forces. So you keep these things in mind. So this is first point for your identification and concept of your zero force member. Next, second, I'm rubbing this. So another example, if you see another example, so before going into second, give you all another example. So this is example number 2. So I just rub clear the things. So this is your next example. This is your example. Here you have a truss. Here you have a truss. So here you show. Here this is point A. This is point B. This is point C. And this is point D. Now at point B, we have a force or we have a load of P kilonewton. Here a hinge support is provided. Here a hinge support is provided. So here a hinge support is provided. Next, here a roller support is provided. Here a roller support is provided. So if you see a joint D, so if you just focus on joint D, so this is the joint D. So here I just separate out the joint D. So this is your joint D. So if you see the joint D, then you feel the member AD and member DC are collinear. So basically, these two members, that is member AD and that is member your DC, your both these members are collinear, but this member is not collinear, and also at this particular joint D, no any type of external forces and support reaction occur. So without going into detail, we have the option that we put the forces in member BD as 0. So our works will be simplified, because if you know the concept of zero force member, then by seeing only the truss, you feel that on this particular member we have zero force member. So forces in non-collinear member, that means your FBD is equal to 0. So here this is your zero force member. So this is your zero force member. Zero force member. Zero force member. Zero force member. So you keep in mind that if at a particular joint, three members are meeting, out of three members, if two are collinear, and at that particular joint, if no any external force and support reaction are present, then the third member, which is not collinear, will carry zero force member. So here also at particular joint T, three members meet, and also that joint T, no any type of external force and support reaction occur. So forces in non-collinear member, that means forces in your FBD should be zero. So you here you write that forces in BD is equal to zero. So this is your first step for solving zero force member. Next, so is it clear to all? सबको समझ में आया? Okay. Next, this is point number 2. So if two non-collinear members are meeting at any joint and no external force and support reaction are present at that joint, then both the member will carry zero force. So here you just see that if two non-collinear members are meeting, so here if two non-collinear, if two non-collinear, if two non-collinear, it should be non-collinear. If two non-collinear, non-collinear, if two non-collinear, if two non-collinear members are members are members are meeting members are meeting at any joint, at any joint, if two non-collinear members are meeting at any joint and no external force and no external force No external forces. No external forces. And no external forces external forces and support reaction and support reaction are present at that particular joint, and support reactions support reactions are present at that particular joint, are present at, sorry, I just erased it, are present are present at that joint, at that joint, at that joint, that joint, then both the member will carry zero force. Then both the member, then both the member, then both the members will carry member will carry zero forces. So both the member will carry zero forces. Zero forces. So if two non-collinear members are meeting at any joint and no external forces and support reaction are present at that joint, then both the member will carry zero forces. So this is the second condition for identification or the concept involved behind zero force member. So here I'm just drawing a truss. So here you see that we have a truss. So here we have a truss member. Sorry. Just erasing it. Just wait. We have a trust member, and here is also this. Next, next, here another member is going this manner also. Just wait. So this is your trust. So here we have the supports. So here we have a support, that is your hinge support. Here we have a roller support. Here we have a dollar support. Here we have a roller support. Then what we do here, two forces are acting. Here, of course, P1 is acting. That is your P1 force. Here you have another force, that is your P2 force. So here also P2 force is acting. So if you come and see this portion, particular this portion. So if you see at this joint, at particular this joint, what happened? Here, two non-collinear members, here two non-collinear members meet at joint. So here if you see this member and this member, these two members will meet at this joint. So you see here, so for this joint, so at this joint, suppose this joint is J joint. So at this J joint, your two non-collinear members are met. No collinear. Here two non-collinear members are to be met, and no external forces and support reaction are present at this particular joint. So our step is, so if two non-collinear members meet at any joint and no external forces and support reaction are present at that joint, then both the member will carry zero forces. So here these both members, so this member also carry zero forces, and here also this member will carry zero forces. So here I am writing that these two members, these both members carry zero force member. So both members are zero force member, zero force member, zero force member, zero force member. Because here two non-collinear members are meet at joint, and no external force and support reaction are present at particular this joint J. So these two members, that is the name of that member is, suppose this is your DJ. So this member is DJ member, and also this member is your C member, because if I give the joint name as A, B, C, D, so your CJ member and your DJ member will carry zero force member. So these are all about your zero force member. So you try to solve a problem, and after solving the problem, you will be able to solve any type of problem, because solving problem is very, very important. So just solve a question on it. So question. the question. Question is looks like this. Just wait. I'm just drawing a truss. So basically this is a truss. So here also a member is coming. Just wait. Just correct this. Okay. This delete this. Just wait. This is your truss. Next, from here also a member is coming. So here also another member is coming and meet at this particular joint. Here also another member is coming. From this joint also another member is coming. So here also another member is coming and meet at this particular joint. Next, here also another member is coming and meet at this particular joint and meet at this particular joint. Here also another member is coming and meet at this particular joint. Next, from here also another member is coming and meet at this particular joint. Here also another member is coming and meet at this particular joint. Here also another member is going up. So here also another member is going up. Here also another member is going up and looks like this. Next, here a force P is acting. Here a force P is acting. So here we have a force P. That particular this joint we have a force P. Next, from this also a member is going like this. Member is going like this. Here also another member is going like this. Next, okay. So here these members are look like this. So you have to find the number of zero force members. So your question is you have to find the zero force member. So find zero force member for this question. So find zero force member. Find zero force member. So everyone find zero force member. So here also a load Q is acting. So here a load Q is acting. Load Q is acting. Here we have our hinge support. Here also we have our roller support. Here we have our roller support. So find zero force member. Find zero force member for this question. So if you see for this particular joint, so if you see for this particular member, the forces will be zero because just you apply your uh, step number one. If you apply step number one, then you have a joint and that particular joint, two members are collinear and another member is non-collinear. So this member will carry zero forces. If you see this member, same according to same principle, also in this member zero force member is coming. If you apply the same principle, then for this member also zero force member is acting. Also for this member, this member has zero force member. So here we have four zero force member. Next, for this member also we have zero force member. For this member also we have zero force member. Next, if you consider this joint, here a load P is acting. So here not zero force member is coming. Next, for this joint also not zero force member is coming. Also for this joint, you apply your basic rule, step number one. Also at this particular joint, we have zero force member. So total number of zero force member coming for this truss or on this truss is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 on this panel, 1 on this side, and also 2 on this side. So if you see here, the total number of zero force member coming out on this truss is 4 plus 1 plus 2. So we have 7 zero force member. So for this particular question, we have 7 zero force member. So you all try to solve. So just remember that remove the member where zero force member occur, then proceed next. So you all keep in mind this point that if you feel that for this particular member, your zero force member is coming, so you just remember that you just remove the member in your mind, not from the structure or not from the truss, and then you count to the zero force member. Then proceed next. So you all try to solve this type of question, and if you will solve so many problems on this concept, then you will become master for zero force member. So try to solve from your own side. So today I am concluding my lecture here. So in next class, I'm discuss about deflection of trusses and the rest portion that left in your truss part. So thank you everyone.